Hello everybody, welcome to your live watch along of St Helens versus Leeds Rhinos in Rugby League Betfred Super League. As you can see at the bottom of your screen will be the teams. St Helens and Leeds Rhinos. So at the bottom of your screen you will be able to see the St Helens and the Leeds Rhinos lineup, but I'm also going to show you the lineup as in full as well. So let me have a look and I'll show you this is your lineup for Leeds Rhinos today. That is your Leeds Rhinos lineup to play St Helens. And this is your St Helens lineup to play. And that is your St Helens team to play Leeds Rhinos today.
Leeds have got a job to do here. It could be a big night in terms of their season, Kelsey.
Yeah, 100%. But I do think that Cruz Lehman had an outstanding game for the Combined Nations last week, and he needs to take that performance this week to really guide them around the park so they can have a great performance.
So at the moment, so get your question in the chat. Let me know who you think is going to win. Vote in the poll. Who you think is going to win, Leeds Rhinos or St Helens?
To inject hope of a top 6 finish for Rowan's Rhinos. Can Leeds at last deliver on their pre-season promise? Brilliant try. What a score. Oh, it's a lovely try for his first for the Leeds Rhinos. Oh, leaves his mark. Lovely ball. Lovely ball. Support from leaving all.
So down the bottom of your screen, which is if I am correct, is around about here for you guys. Down at the bottom of your screen, you got coming across the whole of your screen is the St Helens and Leeds Rhinos lineup. So hopefully it's going to be a good game. The Leeds Rhinos are on their way out.
What a formidable challenge that faces them now here at the Totally Wicked Stadium, home of the reigning champions, St Helens. Well, no doubt Sean Wayne will be watching.
So guys, get your question in the chat. Let me know what you guys thoughts are. And you never know what's going to be in for this game. You never know.
Big crowd in here at the Totally Wicked Stadium. They've just witnessed their women's side go down to Leeds Rhinos in a thrilling finish.
So let's see how you guys get your question in the chat. Like, subscribe if you are new. The stream is about to get underway. The game is about to get underway. Sorry.
Record appearances in Super League, an opportunity at the end of this year to lead St Helens to a record 4th consecutive Super League title. Will that come to pass? Will rugby play on in 2023? All questions for the future right now. The big question is...
So the game is about to get underway, folks.
Big performance from Leeds, but I'm still not sure a big performance is good enough to beat Saints. So I fancy St Helens here.
Kelsey Gentle.
I think Saints have got some weaknesses. I'm going to back my hometown club. I'm backing Leeds.
Oh, takes a very brave person to back against the Saints. Right, standing by are Terry O'Connor, Phil Clark and Bill Arthur. The two most successful players
Super League history going head-to-head this evening with the champion Saints entertaining the former champions back in 2017, the Leeds Rhinos. Leeds have slipped in the standings, of course, and in fact this season has been such a struggle. They are looking to make up ground on the top six in the table, but a victory here tonight would close the gap on the Casavet Tigers, currently sixth in the table. And the two sides awaiting the delivery of the match ball. And they'll also have their observation of respect for the Rugby League's Tackle It campaign. Former Volkman's veteran delivering the match ball. Referee Tom Grimes.
Frank Leyland, of course, brought the ball and was getting a tremendous reception here from the crowd. There were 5 members of the parachute regiments as well. Brought this ball before the game about 20-30 minutes ago, so there's been a lot of respect here for the armed forces, and rightly so.
So, let's get your questions in the chat.
And this is the opportunity for the two sides to show their support for Rugby League's Tackle It campaign. Showing the game's opposition to discrimination in all walks of life. So Leeds looking to avenge embarrassing defeats at the early stages of the season. Back in April, they were beaten 26-0 by Saints at Headingley, and this might be a different Leeds.
So here we go. Let's see how this goes, folks.
Sales have won 4 of the last 6. A bit more players back. Aidan Caesar out there.
Yeah, played returning from injury. We're talking about Aidan Caesar, Zach Ardell, because it's his signing from the Warriors. He's been a decent addition. I mean, Harry Newman coming back into the side and 3 points off the playoff. The players know that with 12 rounds to go in Super League, they've got to start picking up those 2 points if they want to get into the playoffs. And you'd imagine a big start here from the Rhinos.
And the Rhinos get the game underway. St Helens versus Leeds Rhinos. Let's go, folks.
First in the game, and Alex Wormsley is greeted by the Leeds defenders. James Bentley in there, former Saints, back after his latest ban, 2 games out, and looking to keep.
So guys, get your questions in the chat, like, sub and subscribe if you are new to the channel.
Looking to sustain their good form, top of the table, victorious last time out. Bit of a break last weekend for the international games, but plenty of their players involved in that. This man wasn't. Johnny Lomax, he's back tonight. This man was Jack Wellesby, who puts the kick in. It's a good one, turning Zach Hardacre around.
I suppose you've got to find a way to use all of the skills that your players have. Regan Grace loves to chase the ball, use the speed that he's got, hence the reason why there was a kick there into the corner. Penalty here though, already for the Saints.
So guys, get your questions in.
Very often matches start, don't they? And St Helens get that on top in that arm wrestle in the early stages.
With Leeds
Possession comes their way.
Rhinos versus St Helens. Get your questions in the chat.
He uses that on impact, and James Roby just had a little tug of the ball as he was going down.
James Roby very much the
There will be football live watch-alongs coming back on the channel very soon, folks. The next one will be for the Women's Euros, which is next week, so I will be at it next week.
Phenomenal athlete. When you put all those numbers together, he's headed into an incredible career.
So get your question in the chat, folks.
19th Super League season at the moment. It's Leeds in possession. Here is Matt Pryor. He wants to himself. Reece Martin wrestled to the ground. Cruz Leeming darting run. successor to Roby, but that's an ambitious high pass. And Leeds concede possession. Alexki couldn't take that.
Well, Rowan Smith would have surely talked about finishing your sets off well and just backing every time you get into good field position. You've got to ask some questions. Mikhail Aletsky, the ball goes behind him. The ref says that that ball was knocked forward.
It's a poor pass, isn't it? I think that's the biggest problem they've got there. Anguish already on his face here, because he knows they need to play some rugby. You've got to pass the ball around if you want to beat the Saints. You can't just run down the middle and hope they'll crash over. But in doing that, you've got to make sure that the skill level is matching your ambition.
John Benison, the 19-year-old.
So the first game of the women's. Hello, Jordan. Who do you think? Who do you think winner? Okay, fair enough. But your question in the chat, there is the football will be coming back on the 6th of July for the first game of the UEFA Women's Euros for 2022. Now I'm going to try and do as many games as I can. I'll be able to do a game at certain days. Some days I might not, depending if I'm busy doing stuff, but I'll try as much as I can to get stuff done for you folks. So guys, get your questions in, like, subscribe if you are new to the channel. Oh, here comes St Helens. Ooh. Here comes St Helens. Nearly a try for St Helens, that was. And here comes St Helens, and are they going to do enough? No, they're not. And the Leeds have got out of play, and it is unlucky. Nearly a try for St Helens, but they're just going to get it. They just couldn't get it. So guys, put your questions in, like, sub and subscribe to the channel if you are new.
Leeds defenders he was there, Walmsley. But they survived. They'll be breathing a sigh of relief in the Leeds coaching camp, because that was an ominous sight, and they've seen that sight before of lead from Alex Walmsley. He ran amok last September against the Rhinos. Got a try and made 297 metres in that game. Leeds have come up with another error.
So guys, 5 minutes in, 0-0, but Leeds Rhinos ain't not starting good. Ain't not starting good.
Well, some friendly fire. Matty Lee's just headbutted Alex Walmsley, and he goes down and he wasn't moving well after that collision. The last 2 sets of 6, they've made errors.
Matty Lee's in fact needing a bit of treatment there, patch up a cut.
And Alex Walmsley looks down as well. Look at that friendly fire, you're not expecting it. They're the ones that hurt you.
So we're just waiting for something to happen, but it's going to take a while for the game to get going, folks.
We're hoping there's no depressed fracture there. Like players who had one, there's a pop sensation in your face when it occurs, and you almost know instantly. I remember Sean Edwards playing on at Wembley for about 60 minutes when it happened to him once in a Challenge Cup final. Tremendous degree of bravery. I'm not sure whether Alex Walmsley needs to do that now. It doesn't look quite as bad.
The first 5 minutes in the game, and the 2 Saints props are trying to take each other out. Leeds is patched up. Walmsley's patched up. Saints will have possession after that error from Leeds. The second so far from the Rhinos, costing them possession. Leeds, after that horror start to the season, just starting to make a bit of headway, but 12 Super League rounds to go. They've got some ground to make up.
People talk about the 4 wins in the last 6 games.
Here we go, let's see what can happen.
The top half of the table.
Also, put down in the chat who you think's going to get the first try. What do you think the score is going to finish as?
A Leeds win. They don't have a great record on this pitch. And Saints have won their last 10 with Leeds, who've lost in the last 6 league and cup visits to this ground. So they've got to turn the tide here. Here's John Benison. Benison brought down. Wellesby with a kick on the last. Ball is loose, bouncing down. And Ben Davis it is who's picked it up. And the referees wiped the tackle count clean. Fusitua couldn't deal with that ball. And Donaldson reacts. And the referee's going to penalise Leeds for offside.
Yeah, to the play the ball. I'm not sure who it is. Was it Harry Newman that just reaches round and play the ball and just pulls the arm back? You can see here, someone has a little tug at the arm, and that's been penalised for. Is it James Bentley?
If you're in an onside position, I'm unsure. I'd like to maybe find out before I attend another game why the referee would penalise that.
So Saints, another opportunity here. Comes Morgan Knowles now. In a bit of form himself as far as try scoring goes, Morgan Knowles. Roby, little change of direction.
Ooh, nearly a try for St Helens again.
Knowles. Here's Wellesby. Ducks under the challenge. Escapes the clutches of the Leeds defenders and gets the pass away to Davis. Davis. Stocky centre. Well, he is centre today. He's been standoff a few times as well. Race is Wellesby. Lomax back to Wormsley, and Wormsley will charge again. Austin sees him slip from his clutches.
This is some game, but just no try yet.
Roby fires the pass onto Knowles to Lomax. Lomax on it comes to Pennison. Pennison. Conrad Hurrell. Hurrell gets the try.
Try.
The momentum surely takes him over the line, but no.
It's a try for St Helens, but it's going to the video ref, folks.
To see whether that was a legitimate try.
Video referee to match director. There is an on-field decision of try, and we're looking at all of the angles for the touchline and the grounding, please. So Hurrell is in possession. There's
Is
no
it?
going at that point, so he's still live to tackle. Still live. At what point where's the ball at that point? Can we have just something slow on this angle, please, just to confirm he does maintain possession? So the tackle's live, he's in the field of play, and then just a close up on the grounding, please. I'm happy he's not in touch, I just want to establish he does maintain possession. Still hand on the ball, in possession. I've seen all of the angles and I have made my decision.
Conrad Hurrell, not just the strength, but the reach as well, to get that ball on the line. Liam Moore's had a quick look.
It's a try for St Helens, folks.
7th minute, those two, Conrad Hurrell and Ian Proctor pointing out rather eerily that when Saints won at Leeds 26-0, first try of the game was scored by Conrad Hurrell in the 7th minute.
Well, that try was from a scrum. Here is a similar situation. He gets on the outside of his opponent and has too much power, too close to the line. It's a brilliant display of the skill that St Helens have shown. They've tried to bang away with power down the middle of the field, and then they've shown the precision of the passes there to get the ball to a big man who's back to his very best in this country. He was sensational when he first arrived at Leeds, went off the boil, but has rediscovered that world-class form.
And 3 Leeds Rhinos seasons to Conrad Hurrell, got 23 tries and 55 appearances for the Leeds club. And he has rejuvenated his career here under Christian Wolff. And in fact, staying for another season he is, which is news that has cheered the Saints supporters. Now then, Tommy Makinson. He's kicked 39 goals this season.
And he's got the kick.
From the sideline.
And it's Leeds 0, St Helens 6.
6 points to nil.
Well, clinical, aren't they? 55 appearances for the Rhinos. Conrad Hurrell, like Phil said, he went off the boil the final year, but the last 2 games that he's played against the Rhinos, he scored the opening try. He's surely got some power.
So guys, it is one try in this game so far, and it's St Helens who have got it.
Give a couple of penalties away, sat back in defence, and you can't do that against this red hot Saints side.
Wormsley on the charge. Let's go downstairs. Here from Jenna Brooks.
Yeah, evening, Bill. Just a little stat for everyone to win the game, and that has happened 7 times in 2022. Perhaps a good omen, Bill.
Ominous. Thanks, Jenna. Ominous for the Rhinos. We've got to stop the Saints building up a head of steam here. And Lomax is stopped. Pryor and Bodine Thompson doing the tackling. And here goes Roby. Just remarkable athlete, remarkable character. The second hooker to 100 Super League tries, James Roby. The first, Kieran Cunningham, they put up a statue of him outside the ground. What did he do for James Roby? And it's remarkable, Roby doesn't have any initials after his name. Surely that's only a matter of time as well, given his service to the game and the credit he has been to the sport as well.
Very unassuming. You wouldn't even think he was a rugby player if you met him in the street and talked to him.
This is what John Wells talked about before the game, didn't he? Zach Heinecker trying to stretch the opposition.
So hopefully the game keeps. So we've done.
Here to gain ground afterwards. Big hit there by Knowles.
Knowles left his mark on Hanley. Bodine Thompson. Now then, Blake Austin. Austin and Caesar reunited in the halves for the Leeds Rhinos.
Brilliant catch.
Benison. John Benison hasn't figured in the side for the last 6, but no Will Hopewati for the Saints tonight. So Christian Wolf having a bit of a
So put down.
Davis
So hit the
going into the centre.
poll. Who do you support? St Helens or Leeds Rhinos, folks?
Sonic comes to Wellesby. Wellesby to Hurrell. Hurrell quickly on and into the hands of Ash Hanley.
And they look like they've got so much time, don't they, Saints, before they get to Leeds' defensive line. It's always harder when you're defending in your line. Here they look and shift the ball right.
Little skip from Harry Newman, and Newman gets the pass away to Fussy Tua. Fussy Tua back on the inside to Bentley. Bentley keeps it alive to Austin. Austin keeps it alive to Leeming. Leeming, he keeps it alive to Olewski. Great work from the Rhinos, and they're still keeping it alive. Here is Caesar. Caesar, and it comes to Reece.
Here it comes. Here comes Rhinos. Could there be a try?
Wasn't quite there, but they have gone virtually the length of the field. There is Leeming now. Can they turn this into some points? There is Newman. Great to see Harry Newman on only his 3rd appearance of the season. Leeming and Saints offside.
Well, they were just panicking.
Passage of play.
Yeah, panicking, weren't they? It all started with Harry Newman over on the right-hand side. Rowan Smith knows exactly the sort of strike they've got on the edges.
Here is Olewski. Similar approach to Alex Walmsley and can have a similar impact to Olewski. Donaldson on it comes to Aiden Caesar. Caesar is wrapped up by Batchelor. An impressive England.
There's going to be a link in the chat for you folks to join the Discord server if you want to join. And chat to me outside of YouTube.
Picked it up in the nick of time. Hardacre keeps it alive. Bentley, the ball's batted out of his hands by Wellesby. And Saints clear up though. Concede the goal line drop out. Benison, it was who landed on the ball, but Bentley almost through.
Oh yeah, well the Saints fans are going mad. That ball wasn't knocked on by Bentley, it was played at. I'm sure it was Jack Wellesby who knocks the ball out of his hand. You can see he gets through, breaks a tackle. He's looking round for support. Wellesby over the top, knocks it out. And good John Benison was there then. And cops one from Hardacre as well. But the strength from Bentley, he will want a decent game against his old side. There was a bit of a grab by Zach Hardacre, and you've seen them giving us penalties this year.
Caesar, that ball's gone backwards, says the referee. Olewski picks it up and Walmsley is there to greet him.
14 minutes played. Leeds Rhinos 0, St Helens 6.
Alleged high shot was right in front of the master ranks of the Saints supporters in that west stand. Didn't like what they saw. But it's a good patch this from Leeds on the back of that break from Newman.
Oh, here comes Leeds.
The 22-year-old, the Super League Young Player of the Year in 2021, and what a talent he is. Austin Donaldson now. And Leeds keep the pressure on. Here is Austin once more. Austin's pass on from Newman to Fusitua.
Here comes Leeds again. I think they got one more play to go and they got it. Now they got to kick it.
Austin furiously signalling out wide, and the kick's surely going to come that way. The ball bobbles down.
And Leeds have messed it up.
And that'll be the turnover. Leeds claiming it was a Saints knock-on. Batchelor gasping there as they struggled. Well, now then.
They come off Conrad Hurrell and it went forward. The ref, Tom Grant, he's got that one wrong. Look, you can see he turns round, he pulls the ball forward, Caesar passes the ball out. And you can't dwell on that mistake. You've just got to get on with it and want to see what the line speed, the intent here is like from the Rhinos to stop Saints and stop Alex Walmsley who's lining up here.
Physio just seeing if the slipper fits for Conrad Hurrell. Bentley going looking for Alex Walmsley, and he is penalised.
One thing what you've got to do when you play against the likes of Walmsley and Leeds, any big forward who carries the ball tight to the rope, you've got to make sure you work from marking. You've got to try and take the legs before they get going forward. You can see he arcs out. There's a high shot over the top, and it's got to be high really if you go on what Alex Walmsley's height.
Well, our studio guest, Kelsey Gentles, made a really good point, didn't he, about getting your aggression level right when you're playing a game. It's not easy, is it? Because you have to be aggressive to make those tackles.
Not a lot's happened, folks, other than a try for St Helens.
Here's the bandaged Matty Lees now. Another who made his England bow last week, nearing 100 appearances for Saints. Surinam gets the ball on to Roby, and Roby stumbles into the tackle of Blake Austin. Saints fans appealing for a penalty there as they play the ball, is slowed down successfully. Donaldson clinging on to Walmsley's ankle. Here's Knowles. Knowles drifts and gets the ball away to Lomax.
Here comes St Helens.
Hurrell, ball out wide, making some up on the inside, and Hurrell does well to keep it alive. It's Benison who picks it up.
Brilliant rugby both ways.
Fifth tackle, and it's Wellesby who shapes to kick and then gets the pass away. Ball around the side. The try is awarded, is it? It is to Walmsley. Walmsley gets the try.
Try for St Helens.
One moment, it looked as though Saints had blown it, but somehow they kept that ball alive. It was Benison who was able to react, and it ends with Walmsley getting the try close to the posts.
I'm going to go back to the previous play that man was involved in. Alex Walmsley, there was no markers set when he got that ball. Saints just shifted the ball out. Conrad Hurrell looked like he was going to go in. Tommy Makinson, good offload back in field, and Benison, good footwork. And he just made sure that he got down, tried to play as quick as he could. You could see Johnny Lomax just ushering, telling people where they wanted them. And what about this for the ball? Morgan Knowles. Wow, the class act that he is. And Alex Walmsley. Well, he started this game pushing up strong, carrying the ball strong, and he goes in for a simple try.
Alex Walmsley's third try of the season. And as I said earlier on, he's been a bit of a thorn in the Leeds side. Got a couple of tries in a victory over them a few years ago. And Makinson too converts. Saints
Now 12-0 St Helens.
The best number 13,
quarter of the game.
the best number 13 in the NRL at the moment is probably Isaiah Yeo. He plays for the Penrith Panthers. But what this number 13 has just done in the last two plays is equal to anything that he can do down under. The lining round to create the space for Conrad Hurrell down the right-hand side of the field, and then his offload in two players there. He's shown why he's clearly one of the best players we have in this competition. The offload at the end, well, that's like back in the olden days. That was a brilliant round-the-body pass, which you see very rarely nowadays.
He's made the dream team for the last 3 years as Morgan Knowles. Not surprising when Saints show that they're not infallible, coughing up possession and handing it over to Leeds.
And that's how you deal with him. Get in front of him and hit him hard. It was Fussy Tua, the winger, that's caught him and forced the error. And Conrad Hurrell, the Saints' right centre, he's still struggling from that early knock. If you have a little look at any shifts over there to Ash Hanley's side.
Bentley's discomfort, getting an ironic cheer from the Saints supporters. And here is Cruz leaving. Caesar now. Bodie Thompson. And yet Martin couldn't get out the way.
That's worrying, isn't it, Terry? That this point in the season, halfway through a year, you've got players running behind one another in that manner when they're trying to attack. They both play on the left-hand side. You know, Reece Martin, maybe you could say he's not normally a centre, played there for the last 3 games, but that's really worrying for Rowan Smith.
Well, when you like Saints and you're playing at the top of the table, you take your chances. They've scored 2 tries. Leeds have broke Saints down a couple of times. They've got that field position, lost possession, give a penalty away.
Guys, put your question in the chat, like, sub, and subscribe if you are new.
They look like a bottom 4 side when they played against Huddersfield in their last Super League game, and nothing in the indication of the opening quarter of this match makes you think that they're a top 6 team yet.
And yet the week before that they were beating Warrington by 40 points to 4.
They scored 8 tries in that game, didn't they? And they look like they turned the corner.
Here's Curtis Sirman now. Missed the last Super League game, back in the fold this evening. The Saints without quite a few as Walmsley just couldn't get the ball away. He was looking for support from Knowles, but just couldn't get the pass to him.
You make any big play, you make up the mind where you're going to run. If someone goes up in the line, someone holds back, you're going to go in that space. You've got to go up and communicate and talk who's going to take him. You know exactly what's coming, how the set is going to unfold in front of your eyes. Normally from a kick downfield, you'll see the outside backs returning the ball for Saints and returning it with some interest as well. Then it's the forwards who ramp up. You just got to make sure you get up for the full 80 minutes.
Nothing ritually is happening in this game except for 2 drives.
Well, after this game tonight, there is the James Roby Super League story, the complete picture about this remarkable player who is still going strong after 19 seasons in this grueling competition. 10:15 Sky Sports Arena for that. And then we're back in action tomorrow evening, 7:30, with the Warrington against Hull FC. That's on Arena, and there's more action coming up on Sunday afternoon with Hull Kingston Rovers against the Huddersfield Giants. Many people's dark horses for a tilt at the grand final. Sunday 3 o'clock, Sky Sports Arena for that one. The set restart, Hooter sounds, I think, for the first time tonight, as Austin kicks wide, and Fussy Tua does well to claim it. He manages to keep it alive as well, and Newman comes motoring in field, and Newman...
It comes. It's a try. It's a try. It is a try for the Rhinos. Harry Newman.
The video ref is going to be called into action. Tom Grant reckons it's a try. What does Liam Moore think?
Video referee to match director. There is no field decision on a try.
And stay in the field of play.
Video referee to match director. There is no field decision of a try. And can I please look at all available angles for the touchline, please, to confirm he doesn't go into touch. So he's in possession at this point. In possession. Oh, can we go slow on that, please?
Nah.
So he doesn't go into touch. So he's in possession of the ball. Still in possession. His arms up. We'll just go slow on this angle, please, just to confirm.
What? It's gonna be close. It's gonna be close, folks.
Stop it there. The ball's gone at that point. So I'm happy we can go on.
Oh, so we didn't go out play.
Play it through now to the grounding, please. Right decision to try on field. I have seen all available angles and I have made my decision.
Yep, looks like Leeds Rhinos might have a try.
Prospect in the game in the moment, Harry Newman, but David Fussy Tua, it was touch and go.
There we are.
Wasn't in touch.
It's a good job he didn't have Barry McDermott's backside.
I know, I was trying to think how to put that politely.
Look, he is an absolute class.
From what I'm hearing, he's a
Isn't he?
very decent player.
Talked about him before, off the microphone, how good explosive, how good he is coming back inside. Missed 11 games, and this is what you get from Harry Newman. Every time he is on the ball, he looks dangerous. I thought at this point,
From someone who's hardly played any minutes and hardly any games, he's come back and done that.
comes up with the brilliant play to keep it.
That-
And then you've got this. Look at the speed
Harry Newman, who has only had 3 appearances, come back and done that. I never.
he's got a ball.
It's the same in football. You get shocks, but can Reece Martin actually be better at kicking in the last game?
Hope that Reece Martin, with a relatively easy kick here, can take it to 12.
I know. Has he got it? He's got it.
On targets.
6, 12, 1 try in it.
The cheek of David Fusitua to get this ball back in field.
You know he had no other option.
I still can't believe how he was literally about an inch from the try not being given, and he just throw it with an inch before he
He
touched.
has a speed and an evasion.
Within touch, so that was,
Makes him unique
yeah.
in this Super League competition. And he has certainly given Leeds life.
He's ridiculous. You know, you watch that again. He's
They literally compared one of St Helens players to literally one of the best players in the NRL who plays for Penrith Panthers. Because he's I think it's Knowles number 13, and they compared him to number 13 of Penrith Panthers, saying that he's like one of the best in that position in that league. Yeah, that's what they're doing, because they're saying what he did.
Bentley's goals off for that.
Monty Lees was it?
Yeah, the one player that's just doing you a lot of, not this doing Leeds out, is Conrad Horrell.
Zane Tetevano was sent off here last year, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's
He certainly got the targets on him.
Listen to both of you. I'm getting a running commentary off both teams, and it stops now. There's no more. All right, it's a penalty here.
That's as far as it goes.
I guess the Leeds have elected to put him on the subs bench, Terry, because they want a more of an impact from Tetevano rather than maybe bringing a smaller, younger player on at that stage now.
Well, I think when you look at Tetevano's been criticised. He's aggressive. The work that he does off the field with the young lads, and like he's been frustrated this year, and he wants to improve. Look, he's getting his hands on the ball as much as he can in this game. He knows that he wants to be a leader.
And they're waiting for him,
Yeah, of
aren't
course they are. He's a mark man. He's the marquee player from the Rhinos.
Well, that try from Harry Newman has put a spring in the Rhinos' step just for the moment.
it's what they need. It's what they needed.
Well, here is Austin.
It could have been no
Tetevano.
worse.
Here is Alevski now. Wormsley wrestling with him. There's 3 of them trying to put the big young Leeds front rower down. They do eventually. Now then, here's Aidan Caesar. Austin once more.
Yeah,
It's a stray pass which is picked up by Newman.
the new thing on the stream's very handy now, because it's now put both lineups at the bottom.
And Leeds
So for the entire game, they can all see who's playing.
Alevski. Batchelor down low.
Ah,
Stop his progress.
thanks for telling me, because now I know what to do. I can now swap it over.
And it's Grace underneath it, and Grace claims it and gets away from.
Oh,
Can't get away from Newman.
Well, Fusitua tries to jump over Legal Grace and tap the ball back, and as soon as Grace got the ball, he went to the space where Fusitua
let's go on here, and let's go to White.
does a decent job, doesn't he?
Regan Grace back in the side after 13 hours.
There we go. That's going to be better for you folks. So you guys can all see that.
Tommy Makinson from the other wing. Wellesby kicks down the line. It's a good kick into the corner. Hardacre.
I also watched the game before this, and that was entertaining. I didn't expect to see that result come out the way it did.
Jim Bill, the good kick, the good chase. The Leeds Rhinos will look to shift it here now to the edge.
Especially you got one player who
Hanley,
can run and run and run,
Leeds
and not give up. And because of that, got the try that won it.
Encounter. And the Leeds Rhinos men do the same and come from behind.
And it was in. It's weird. It's weird. It's because it used to be the same in football between the men and the women's. Because they were saying that a lot of the women's team, the Leeds Rhinos women's, were all got actual jobs compared to what the men's, which I think they need to make that professional because they've done it for the women's game in football. They need to do it in rugby.
On a steamy night at the Totally Wicked Stadium, we've had the odd shower of rain. It's humid. It'll be hot work out there for these two sides. Hardly a breath of wind as well. Bentley. Ignatius Passy. Over the 40-metre line for the Saints.
No big.
Fires the ball out to Grace. Grace puts the kick in. It comes off a lead.
Yeah, but then what I'm just doing. Yeah, because it would mean too much faffing around.
It was just sitting back for Situri. That's why the long ball goes across to Regan Grace. He kicks it on the forward.
Oh, so now I've got to go all the way. Now I've got to go all the way on back onto Twitter and have a look at the lineup yet again. Because the difference is, I don't, let me have a look, so I have to check. I know I can do Leeds Rhinos because it actually says it was interchanging on that one. Yeah, I can. For Leeds Rhinos, they put it clear not all teams do it. Because it's the same. I have some issues when I'm even doing football because some don't even put the subs on. They only put the starting 11 on. So that's. So I'm just making.
And the referee Tom Grant is saying that there's two knock-ons. A heavy contact over the top from Conrad Huddle on Reece Martin. It must be Ignatius.
Yep, they got it.
Made the mistake. Then.
Yeah, well, I just. Home bargains, you're making your money. You sponsor Bolton and you sponsor St Helens. So you're definitely making money. Yeah, I've got it now, so I'm going to do that. Yeah, I've done it. Yeah, I've done all that. Yep, so I could do in and I'll put interchange. Oh, cause it, yeah. Yep, and yep, so I've done that, and then here we go. Please, during while I'm doing this, there is no try. Then that will then cock everything up even more. So I need to do that. And then that one. Oh, there we spelled that wrong. And there we go. That's that one. I just need to wait for it to come through to see how it looks. Then I can get on with the next one.
Switched off, then he dummies to go one side, comes back the short side, it doesn't quite come off for James Roby.
I thought Leeds Rhinos for a minute there. We're going to consider another try.
Next hole pushing up with him.
Hanging in there, surviving there.
See what people put in the chat. 2 votes, 100% Leeds Rhinos. Who do you support? So that's good. Yeah, but I've got 2 in this one because usually it's just 1.
Work with the referee. Leeds Rhinos get a monster kick away, earning themselves 30 or 40 metres here.
Good kick from Austin. I think it was better than that, actually.
It should do.
I meant roughly better.
Yep.
Martin playing the ball.
Yep, I've done that. Interchanges. I've done the St Helens ones. Yeah, what I've done first, I've just waited for it to come through once to see how it looks on stream, So then I know how it looks, ready for the next one. Just see how it, if it went well. So I just got to do.
Austin.
Ah.
Caesar now. First time we've seen him run this evening, Aiden Caesar. Leeds will be hoping for more of that. Here's Sam Walters again. And Leeds inside that Saints 10.
It's gonna take two. It's literally gonna take that long to do everything, and I literally was at a rush due to the fact they had the women's game playing before, which meant that the lineups came up a bit late.
Here is Caesar now. Caesar. And it comes to Austin. Austin. Newman stepping in field.
Yeah, I would have. Yeah, because I know the lineups would have come out about 45 minutes early or something like that, so I would have had plenty of time to do all this. Go on. Oh. Oh. Try. Try. Try for the Rhinos. I didn't expect to see that.
Look at all available angles for onside and then into the grounding, please.
But it's that.
Ball on foot.
I'm going to give them credits. That try that the first try they scored, gave them the confidence to keep going, and that's what's happened. Just checking on. Just checking for grounding. Oh, it's gone. It's gone. It's completely gone. The try's not going to be given. Stupid. It's true. I'm going to, from a neutral point of view, bit silly. Why don't you just grab it with both hands? Because he's literally just went and just palmed it down. So that means that the ball's gonna go away from his hand. Bit silly. Yeah, what a stupid person. Even you would say that.
A big chance, but he couldn't control it.
Well, good kick from Lehman and good urgency as well from Sam Walters. Unfortunately, can't quite ground that ball. Come on the pitch for Mikolaj Oletsky. Started his career as a back row, but
Even if your palm have to quickly just bang it down on the ground, use it, just grab it quickly with your hands, then do it. Then you're guaranteed you're gonna not have it taken away from you.
That skill of diving on a loose ball is taking it in there. Maybe he's even better going with the body rather than just the arm or hand, I think.
Walters denied his first of the season, and Leeds denied the opportunity. Odin Thompson picked up a bang on the forehead there, but he seems to be okay to carry on. 12-6 it remains. So close to levelling the scores, the Rhinos. You anticipate that Reece Martin would have converted that one. Meanwhile, here come the Saints. Here come the Saints with Wingfield. Wingfield keeps them alive to Roby. Roby, little step. He's a man inspired, is James Roby. Rolling back the years again. Lovely hands. Grace stepping in field. Weaving Grace. Can he get that down? I think he has. I think Grace might have just found some way of grounding that ball.
And it looks like St Helens might have scored. It's all getting tasty now. Okay.
Video referee to match director. There is not field decision of a try. Can I please check all available angles for the grounding? So Grace is in possession. Still in possession, is going towards the line. Still on the ball. Still on the ball. It's up at this point. Still up. Still up.
And there we go. I think that might be good. There we go.
Have we got another slow angle on this play, just to confirm if his hand comes away from the ball? So I've already established that his hand and arm.
They've done well. Kept it up. Don't let it touch the ground at any point.
Another angle, please, that might show me that if his hand comes off the ball. Yeah,
I think his arms. He's not touching. I don't think he's touching it with his arm or anything. I don't know. It's gonna be close. It is going to be close.
And it's still on
So this is going to be conclusive evidence that the try cannot be given. It looks like that's going to be the problem, because they don't have his arms touching it. It's going to be hard to make even a decision from that. It's going to be absolutely. I hate to be in that job, because you can't even tell where his arm is.
Based on the angles that I've seen,
You can't even tell where his arm is.
sufficient evidence to say Gracie's hand comes off that ball. So I've seen all the angles and I've made my decision.
So you can't give a try because you can't see his hand. Unless you see his hand, you can make a decision.
We're looking at levelling the scores. Sam Walters couldn't ground the ball, but it looks as though Regan Grace has been given the benefit.
Be given the benefit of the doubt, even though it literally you can't see his hand.
So that ball just slipped from his grasp at the very last, but not so according to video.
That looks dodgy as heck. That try did.
Got you at one end of the field, then all of a sudden Saints with the offloading game, they cause mayhem, they cause havoc in that Leeds defensive line, always looking to give the ball to someone in a better position to them, and that man was Regan Grace. But like you said, he goes over, and for me, Bill, it doesn't look like he's got sufficient. Like, he hasn't got a good grip of it, and the video ref Liam says he can't overturn it because he doesn't have that sufficient evidence to overturn it. But that clearly looked like it was a drop ball.
So literally, he didn't have any grasp on it. So that means the try should never be given. So basically,
That's the try. And I do think if we dwell on the decision of whether it's a try or not, we're perhaps overlooking some of the skill and entertainment
so that's a bit shocking
the
decision.
support of the man in possession and the willingness there to take a chance.
Just the second try of the season for Regan Grace, but of course he has missed a big chunk of the campaign. And Edmund McManus with plenty to smile about after this first almost 40 minutes. One of the big contests of the season when Leeds Rhinos come to town. And what a story this is. It could have been level pegging just a few moments ago. And now Makinson to extend the Saints' advantage with this touch.
And it's missed. It's a miss.
The 16-6 it is, half-time approaching.
Well, and this is what's difficult for referees and video referees. Tom Grant gets a look at it. He's got to make a decision whether it's a try or no try. He sends it upstairs to the video referee, and there wasn't sufficient evidence to overturn it.
But we have 4 games every week where there's no video referee and they would have given a try,
but
wouldn't
I'm
they?
just saying it's really difficult. Like we see it like my decision to my opinion to Phil's opinion could be different about whether that was a try or no try.
So Saints, unbelievably, 16-6 ahead when just a few moments ago it looked as though Leeds were going to draw level. Chef, that's what Saints can do to you, isn't it? It looked like Sam Walters was in for you, and then the next, the Saints have scored.
Yeah, and that's it. But we're looking at the threat as well. We just need to spend a little bit more time
Chef.
at our end, and it's a good game. It's a tight game. No, it's
What a name,
10 points.
Chef.
We just bit field position, bit tidier on his last passes, and we'll be in there.
Thanks, Chef. That's a good upsum of the way things look for Leeds, because they've early on Leeds looked very much second best. They were coming up with the errors, they were getting punished for them, but they've got things together as this game has gone on. And here is Hanley underneath that kick. Just a word on Regan Grace. He's now got 10 tries in his career against the Leeds Rhinos. That includes a hat-trick in 2020.
The Leeds Rhinos now need to get to half-time and listen to the words from Rowan Smith without making a mistake, without being sloppy with the ball.
It's been a long half, hasn't it, for them? Concentration-wise, they've had lots of breaks in play. What with the fatigue that you normally get with a faster-flowing match.
Here's for Satua. Just his 5th appearance in a row. His best run of the season, as he's had his injury problems to contend with, as Austin hoists that kick. Makinson, ball going over his shoulder, and he still claimed it. That's another of the great stalwarts of this Saints side, is Tommy Makinson. Sydney's top try scorer with 16 so
Well,
far this
60
season.
seconds to go, folks, with the first half.
Ignatius Bassi now.
I think it's massive impact, doesn't he, off the bench? Only started 3 games, Passy, but it's what he does off the bench for me.
Wellsby trying to find a way through the Leeds defence into the final minute of the first 40 here at the Totally Wicked Stadium, and Lomax. Bennison puts the brakes on and comes back towards the middle of the field. That's the 5th tackle. Lomax moves into position to put the kick in. It's a little dink over the top to put Hardacre under pressure, and Hardacre is swallowed up by the chasing Joe Batchelor.
Well, a good kick from Kristen Wolfsman, and good chase as well from Joe Batchelor. What he has got is effort on effort, and we talked about that in the studio before, and that player has certainly got it in abundance.
With Saints ahead by 16 points to 6, Crystal Wolf will be pretty pleased.
Half time, folks. St Helens 16, Leeds Rhinos 6.
With Rowan Smith's Leeds Rhinos side, who know that this game is still very much within their grasp. They trail at half time though to the Leeds Rhinos, 16 points to 6.
It was, Bill Arthur, thank you very much, within their grasp in round 7 when they met at Headingley. St Helens with an 8-0 half-time lead. They went on to win that one 26-0 in the end. They've got a 10-point...
I'll do that for you, folks, and I'll be back in a few minutes. I am now back, folks. Three question in the chat. Tell me what you think of the first half. Yada yada yada. And in the last 40 minutes, Nick Pope has signed for Newcastle, folks. Give you some of the main. So the opening game, I think, of the championship season is Sheffield United's first game is away at Watford, and it's Millwall at home, so that'll be interesting. Give you guys some of the big teams. Do we Sunderland, the big boys? So they're at home to Coventry, and their second game is Bristol City. A few quickly, folks, and if I do United, they got to do Rotherham. Suddenly, they got Swansea home on the opening day, and then second game of the season on the way to Coventry. One of the teams were vowing to get back into the Premier League, which is with manager Vincent Kompany away on the opening day to Huddersfield, and their first home game is at home to Luton. The other one vowing to get back is Norwich, which are playing Cardiff away on the opening day, and the Wigan at home. Then we'll go League One, so we'll start with the big boys, which are Derby, which are signed at home to Oxford United, and away to Charlton. So that'll be two tricky fixtures. Let's then go to Barnsley, who got relegated last season. They start away at Plymouth Argyle, and then their first home game is Cheltenham Town. Let's do Ipswich, which are Bolton at home, and Forest Green away. Then we go Portsmouth, who are playing Sheffield Wednesday away, and Lincoln at home. And as you have heard, Sheffield Wednesday are playing Portsmouth at home, and MK Dons away. You cannot get any. You can't get any odds that their third game is Charlton. There you go. If you want to make a save of intent, then you can make it in the first 3 games. And then we're going to go to League 2 to do some of the teams that have just been promoted, which are Grimsby, which are playing Leyton Orient on the opening day, and Northampton at home. Stockport County's first game is at home versus Barrow, and away to Stevenage. I think that'd be a very good signing for Newcastle, getting a brand new goalkeeper. So I make it a lot more not conceding goals. So hopefully, let's see what you guys think of the first half that needs sorting out. Interesting, folks. Wow. Wow. So the guy who was scoring quite a big chunk of Rotherham's goals to get him up into the championship has left. Didn't expect that. And he's gone to Sheffield Wednesday, and so has someone else. So they've gone through the Rotherham market. Wow, they think they would take him a rival. Might be, we'll see how that goes. But we'll see what other things have happened. See if anyone at the moment has changed. So we have got one new signing has happened today, and it is Nick Pope has gone from Burnley to Newcastle. Because they needed it, because they haven't got a decent keeper. And I'm looking forward to seeing how Vincent Kompany does as a manager in the English games. I watched the documentary on Prime when he was at Anderlecht, and he would literally ridicule players and would go 100% rip into them. So it'd be like an Alex Ferguson sort of manager. I'd say go to war, don't take any blood, go for it, no matter what. He's that sort of manager. He's manager of Burnley, but formerly of Anderlecht, where he's a product of their academy when he was a kid. Yeah, he's only managed Anderlecht, and the second club is Burnley. That's it. That's. But he had a good assistant manager with him. He had Craig Bellamy. Hopefully, let's see how the second half goes, and you never know, we got some more tries coming. Hopefully, the way that you don't want it to be an embarrassment, or if you stay near as you can and you lose, you accept you lost to the better team. I wouldn't be surprised now if you're saying that Warrington Wolves are doing a bit of spending too much money. They've now gone and bought someone else from NRL. They bought Vaughan, who plays for the Bulldogs. But they're spending too much, and they can't seem to win a game with it. That's the only thing. But the only thing was, the player they bought said he's always wanted to play in the Super League. There's better teams he could. There's better teams that he could play for.
Clash from the Betfred Super League. Let's get a quick word from Jamwinga and Kelsey Gentles ahead of the second 40 minutes. Much to do for the Leeds Rhinos, Kelsey, but very much in this game.
Yeah, this is very much doable. You know, we said before the game began that they just can't let the game get away from them in the first half. There's only 10 points in it. They can do this.
Beware St Helens in the second half.
Oh, for sure, Christian Wolf will be telling his guys that they need to just be on it, be sharp with the ball, because when they are, they look like they're going to break Leeds down. And for them, just getting in the arm wrestle, really physically dominating Leeds is where St Helens looks strong. The challenge for them is whether they can just retain enough possession to really put Leeds under the blowtorch.
We know St Helens are comfortable in situations like this. What we're going to find out in the next 40 minutes is if the Leeds Rhinos can deal with this environment.
Yeah, definitely. We're definitely going to see what they've been doing in the training park since Rowan Smith took over, and to see if they can play with the ball. You know, they need to get the ball thrown around, get it to Harry Newman.
Yeah. Leeds need to be able to deal with this pressure. This is the pressure what the top teams put on you. Leeds aspire, Aidan Caesar, his teammates aspire to be a top team. We've got to handle this pressure. Not only handle it, come over the top.
Leeds have been sent out early.
Whether they can do that.
Worth reiterating how strong the Leeds Rhinos side is. You would be, well, you question whether or not Rowan.
You can tell if they played really bad, they'll be sent out early. If they play good, they'll come out at normal time.
They're trailing by 10 at half-time in a game they're having a good day in.
Tiny margins. Look, it could have been so different. A missed opportunity from Leeds. St Helens took theirs. James Roby will just be reiterating how much he wants this team to.
James Roby, you sat and listened to him. Stan, you stood in the changing rooms before he got out. What sort of messages and how does he give and what does he deliver? How does he deliver them?
To be honest, he never used to speak an awful lot when I was at the club. It's obviously very recent to him, that sort of vocal leadership role. He's taken that on and mushing the team now. But look, he epitomises leadership in actions, not in words. So let's forget about what he was saying there, Brian, and focus about what he does on the pitch, because that's where his value is.
And you can see what he does in the company of Terry O'Connor, Phil Clark, and we'll say once more good evening to Bill Arthur.
Thanks, Brian, for the indication of the task facing Leeds in the second half. Saints have won their last 5 matches in the competition, and they remain undefeated at this totally wicked stadium home of theirs this season. 6 from 6 it is for them, so this is a real mountain for the Leeds Rhinos to climb. Have they got what it takes to get to the summit and plant their flag here in St Helens? They haven't managed to do that since March 2018, when Ash Handley scored 2 tries in a 28-20 win. Second half underway.
Here we go. Hopefully we get a better second half than the first.
To 16.
Bill, will they need to be first to score already? You can see that opening passage. Then Sam Walters just tip the ball back towards the wing, looking to shift the ball. Both sides in that first half, making mistakes, giving penalties away. But the Leeds Rhinos to go on and win, and coming from 10 points behind, they need to get those 6 again calls. They need to get the penalties going in their favour and clean up on those mistakes.
Leeds 8th in the table going into this contest, but only 3 points adrift of the 6th place side, the Castleford Tigers, as this round unfolds.
So if they don't win this, they definitely need Castleford to lose.
Leeds need a good start to this second half. What they don't need is Saints consolidating their advantage. There's 4 tackles gone as Aidan Caesar plays the ball. Here's Sam Walters, so close to a try in the first half. Walters. Austin then will hoist the kick.
Oh, he's gone for a kick.
Grace comes infield for it. Fussy to
Oh! I thought he was going to get it down there for a minute. Close. Close, but no cigar.
But referee stopped the clock and just wants to see what the restart was.
I've got no try. Just check the
No
button,
try,
please.
in fact, but it looks as though
It didn't even look like he even put it down.
Video referee to match director spot. Firstly, the onside, and then just to confirm if the ball is grounded. So they're all onside at this point, so it can play on from now.
There's literally no point even looking at this because he doesn't even get hold of the ball and doesn't even attempt to even put the ball on the ground. So what's the point of looking at it?
Still misplay at this point.
Oh! Oh!
Play.
Oh!
Yeah, and he grounds it on the dead ball line, so it's going to be no try.
Oh! How unlucky can you get? Leeds are getting literally getting done over, man. That is harsh.
It appeared from this angle.
Oh, that is harsh, but rules are rules. No try.
So close there.
Oh.
Maybe for Saints. Paul Whelan's down on the sideline. Leeds are not going to go away, Paul.
No, certainly not. I think the first set after half time. So
that was close.
Obviously, still going to compete hard, and we're going to have to stay playing towards our potential.
What was the most important aspect that you want improving on in the second half?
A little bit of our discipline. We've let them off coming out of the yardage a few times with just jumping the 10 metres, and defensively, obviously, we conceded a try that we weren't happy with. But all in all, Christian's pretty happy with the first half performance, and we need more of the same in the second half.
Thanks, Paul.
Cheers.
Playing the ball. There's Wingfield now, so close that was from Harry Newman, close to his second of the game, closer than a lot of people thought. Lomax.
Clear.
Here's Benison now. Still only 19 years of age, John Benison, a Saints Academy product, as is Jack Welsby. 21 years of age, but growing in stature in the sport, Jack Welsby. With Benison once more, the youngsters combining, because Wingfield was in there, 20 years of age. Now they're not so young. James Roby, Lomax, but Lomax has lost possession. Saints carry on. Hurrell carries on, and Hurrell has got his second of the game. Conrad Hurrell seizing his chance.
Try.
And from that range, with that impact, you're not going to stop the Hurrell game. And Saints making the most of that opportunity. And Benison getting the plaudits from Conrad Hurrell for his involvement. And Conrad Hurrell, against his former side, gets his second of the night.
Well, Saints just played to the whistle. There was a couple of occasions in the build-up to this strike from Conrad Hurrell that Leeds switched off. They thought there was an obstruction over on the right-hand side, but it wasn't given, and I don't think it was, to be fair. Conrad Hurrell, the big bulldozing centre that he is.
Leeds, you literally just did yourself in.
He gets the ball, he goes through Hardacre, goes through Ashanley, and the celebration, well, that's it from him.
I think the most important thing that a coach can do is to get the full potential out of a current player in his squad. And I think with Conrad Hurrell, we've seen that with Christian Wolf this season. He's back playing, smiling, isn't he? I think in a way, I know it's a tough game and he runs around, his heart's pumping. But his body language exudes a happiness, a contentment, and a determination that he plays with when he's in that mood.
So it's 3 in a row that Conrad Hurrell has scored now, and Tommy Makinson, another difficult conversion for him. Hasn't had any gimmies tonight so far, Makinson. Super League's top point scorer so far this season, and across the face of the posts.
Shows, doesn't it? The game is a game of inches. Leeds almost scored at the other end of the field. The ball hit the dead ball line. Didn't take long though for Conrad Hurrell and co to get up and put the ball over the opposite try line. And all of a sudden we've gone from what could have been a very, very close contest to one in which a 14-point lead starts to look significant.
And Leeds going for the short restart already, but Grace is comfortably underneath that one.
Well, they know that they need to get the hands on the ball, because it could defence here from Leeds Rhinos.
Brilliant, isn't it, Terry? Brilliant play from the Rhinos.
Well, that's what short. It's a competition, it goes long, and you're hoping for a mistake. But as soon as Regan Grace catches this, you can see the urgency, the effort from Newman, from Fussy Tua to just drag him over the sideline.
The Rhinos now just got to play now and try not to get embarrassed now and get absolutely handed. Just try and get the scoreline down now.
Argument to say that the referee should have called hell when Roby was involved and no progress could have been made, but the Rhinos need some luck.
Well, here's Tetivano now. Can they respond? 20 points to 6. They trail. Caesar. Austin. Back through the middle comes lanky Sam Walters, as Terry said. 6 feet 7 years. Towers over Alex Wormsley in actual fact. James Donaldson. Wormsley a mere 6 feet 5. Caesar now. Martin and Conrad Horrell sized him up, and then support arrives to stop Martin's progress. Here's Cruz leaming, drops the ball off to Walters once more.
Saw plenty of the ball in the second half, hasn't he, Walters?
Here's Tetivano, juggles on the last. Austin with the kick, it's too strong.
Yeah, poor kick. We're trying to drop it just before the try line, but Rowan Swift knows that that's a let-off. In good field position.
One was surprised the manager is pissed. Or coach, whatever you want to call it.
Tapping that restart. Here is Tommy Makinson. Wingfield once more. A spell on loan at the Leeds Centurions earlier in the season. And then here's Ignatius Passy. It's the one cap for Tonga. Talking to Tonga, massive game in Auckland at the weekend. Oh, good run there from Morgan Knowles. New Zealand against Tonga. And their World Cup preparation games. And Lomax with a chip over the top. And Hanley is pinned down by the chaser Lomax.
Well, he's a good player, he knows how to build that pressure. I think there's an escort here from Leeds Rhinos when this ball's kicked. And it's Reece Martin that just steps across the path of Conrad Horrell, knocks him off his feet, so a penalty in front of the referee, a couple of metres from the line. Good kick, as he knows all about building pressure and generating momentum.
So the pressure is on Leeds from the restart. Here is Passy driving the ball towards those posts. Pryor doing his best to slow things down, but the set restart Hooters signals more pressure on the Leeds defence. Here is Roby now. Wingfields.
Well, Matt Pryor and Jared O'Connor are on now for the Rhinos.
There's O'Connor involved in that tackle, gets through a lot of work defensively. Wellsby's pass, Sirenen reversing towards the line. He is stopped. 3 tackles gone. Can Leeds withstand the pressure here? Wellsby. On it comes to Morgan Knowles. Bodine Thompson all over him. Here's Lomax. Lomax fancies it himself.
Oh.
A high tackle, says the referee, on Johnny Lomax.
Yeah, was it Cruz Leeman? Did he just step inside, or was it Jared O'Connor? You see, he goes at the line, the high shot from Cruz Leeman. O'Connor just comes in and affects the tackle. Oh yeah, it's a bit more pressure here.
Looks like Saints are just going to turn the tourniquet here and apply the pressure and hope to post some more points. Mr. Wolf knows they're at great position. Passy and Wingfield have been great off the bench for the Saints, both of them particularly impactful.
Yeah, the pressure is non-stop from the Saints, and here is Lomax. Wellsby couldn't take that ball, it goes to ground, and Leeds breathe a sigh of relief.
Yeah, they needed that, Bill. They needed that. They'll examine every inch of the pitch just going down, dipping in front of him. He was under some pressure as well from Martin. Again, it's just a red and white jersey just turning up at the line. There's options inside, outside. So composed when they get in this area of the field. And like we said in the first half, they do take the chances.
Well, Christian Wolf will have that game between New Zealand and Tonga on his minds in Auckland on Saturday. He'll have his mind on where his next job might be. Lots of speculation that he might be moving on, and suggestion in Australia that he could be working alongside Wayne Bennett in the new Redcliffe Dolphins franchise next year.
There's a good chance Saints are going to lose him. And be looking at going out with 3 titles in 3 years. He's certainly left his mark, hasn't he?
Meanwhile, his Saints side penalised for offside, and Leeds have lifted some of the pressure and taken play inside the Saints half. With Matt Pryor. Austin. Here is Caesar now. Caesar to Reece Martin. Martin checking and manages to go to ground before Saints can take him toward the sideline. Caesar is Zane Tetevano. Played for the Combined Nations last week at prop with Tetevano. Off the bench today for the Rhinos, Jared O'Connor. Here is Hardacre. Hardacre. Newman. Curtis Sirenan comes across.
Yeah, nothing happening, folks.
Austin. High kick. Makinson underneath it. The ball is batted back. And the ball is...
Oh, it's a try! It's a try! Leeds Rhinos have got one back.
And Bodine Thompson claims the try. And Saints couldn't deal with that kick. He gets his second try.
There we go. It is 10 points in it with a kick to come.
Well, ask questions, Bill. They went for a short kick-off after Saints had scored. They got the ball back. They go for the kick-off here. Again, it's a competition. And Ash Hanley just taps
That is a try now.
just jogging around in that area, and he picks it up, passes it on to Bodine Thompson.
The last time, there we go. Just hopefully Martin can go and get the conversion. And it could put up in the doubters of St Helens if something could go wrong, but don't see it. But at least you said they got on the scoreboard in the second half, and that's all that matters. So that's good so far.
Is a reason why they deserve to be in this contest in the last half an hour. They've obviously improved their ability to score points from kicks.
See if we can get the kick. It could be 12 points. Is it 12 points to 20? It is going to be 12 points to 20, folks. 12 points to 20. So actually, you can slightly say it's game on. Ooh, with half an hour to go.
Bodine Thompson capitalising. Looked as though Conrad Hurrell and Tommy Makinson got in each other's way a bit there.
Well, it's got to be a clear call, hasn't it, from the back? And Makinson looked like he was the most dominant player because he was coming forward and jumping up for that ball. But that's what pressure does to you, Bill. You're defending your own try line. Leeds put a high kick up. You can feel that Shanley just coming, and you can see him out your corner of your eye.
So Leeds back in the hunt, 20 points to 12. Bodine.
There's no lot in it. You can get another try. There's definitely came on.
Points for the Leeds Rhinos for Reece Martin.
So it could be a little bit of thinking in the back of your mind that could it be? It's an if, but some maybes on that one.
To his name this season now, Leeming. Puts a kick into some space between Grace and Bennison. It's Grace who picks the ball up. Weaves his way up to the and over the 20.
Not kicking on the fourth player then. Spotted that valuable land that they were after.
Strategic change here now for St Helens. They brought on their second hooker. Lussick now, we'll see, will stand behind the play the ball most of the time, number 14. And James Roby goes on to play as either a scrum half, loose forward. He started his career at St Helens as a scrum half before we started to see him select his hooker as a high tackle, I thought, on Lomax.
Nothing given. Caesar looked a bit aerial there. Here is Wingfield. Martin with a good hit on him. Shoulder. Wellesby drills that kick deep. That's a good kick. Good kick. Hardacre work to do.
You might want to get it. You might. No, you don't want to. You don't want to lose the ball there, you what?
And Leeds have coughed up possession inside their own 10.
Whoever done that, you are an absolute div.
Vain hope that maybe there was an infringement by Saints. There's nothing coming.
Well, Zach Hardacre thought that ball was stolen from Grace. And the referee not having any of it.
Here's Wingfield now. And Leeds have done it again. They've scored and then they've put themselves under pressure and passing. Turning pressure into points, is he? Turning pressure into points. I think he is.
Well done. Oh, there you go. You've just given them a try. Well done. Thank you very much. Good night. Game over. If you want to blame someone for that try, you can blame him. Because he basically just basically gave him the ball. What?
Strips the ball, you can see he goes in, he hits it. Then there's a little tug, you can see 2 hands on the ball. Pulls the ball from Zach Hardacre. And Ignatius Passy.
So basically the referee can't even see where he's getting robbed of the ball and not giving it. Then that means this referee is biased. Which in sport you're supposed to be down the middle, you're supposed to be equal.
In his second season at the Saints, Ignatius Passy, and getting the plaudits of his teammates for that rumbustious effort that's given Tommy Makinson a straightforward conversion bang in front of the post, and Saints open up the lead again, 26 points to 12. Christian Wolf will be pleased for his...
Sounds like someone's doing your heading.
Well, every fan needs a favourite player. It's not taken long for Iggy Parsey to become that for many of the thousands inside this St Helens ground here today, young and old. He's certainly contributed, gives his all, and showed a great deal of skill, didn't he, there. It wasn't just about brute force, awareness of the ball and learn how to use it.
Short restart again. Grace this time hits the deck. He's not going anywhere. But Zach Hardacre grounds for complaint there, you reckon?
Yeah, I think that ball, you could see that Ring Grace put his hands on the ball with 2 hands and just strips it. But again, I think it happened on the blind side of the referee. It's a tough old kick. One job that I wouldn't want to do.
And it's history now. Try awarded. Conversion kicks. Saints back in the driving seats. Coming up to the hour mark. Can Leeds respond again? They've shown some pluck here tonight. Conrad Hurrell playing the ball. The pass.
Leeds have just been Leeds have been unlucky, I would say, because you could have had 2 tries. But it was just fine margins.
And don't forget tonight, 10:15. You can see the James Roby.
What I mean by fine margins, that one of them, literally, the person put the ball down, but was on the goal line. So literally right at the end, so it was just like that close. And then next attack, St Helens go down and score. That's... I'm already saying that we're going to lose, but I'm just going to be happy even if we get any points. I would even take 12 because we scored 18 last time, so I'll take 18 again.
Over the weekend, 4 live matches. He's on the last.
Oh, that doesn't look. Oh, that's his hammy. Someone's hamstring's gone.
Straight away, he grits his hamstring, doesn't he?
That's not a good sign. For his.
He accelerates onto the ball. The ball's not back. pushes up.
You just got the player back, and now he's just got injured again.
There you go. He's trying to get back in defensive line and
Got a whack on that hamstring by the look of things. Blake Austin.
I don't think he'll continue. She's only made that hamstring worse.
Tackle on Makinson.
So he's
Here's Joey Lussick. The only
taking the risk, taking one for the team. That's a team player, but if it gets worse, it gets worse.
proved a very good acquisition. He got to Old Trafford and Wembley with Salford. They managed to pick up a winner's medal. Went back to the NRL with Parramatta.
Oh yeah, the try for Leeds that you missed was by Bodine Thompson.
The referee has penalised Leeds for the push as Saints broke through.
again, it's on the fourth tackle as well. He's saying that he pushed him off the ball. Let's see who Tom Grant's penalised there.
He just pushed him over.
Blake Austin on Johnny Lomax.
Oh, I thought I've seen everything. I thought I'd seen it in football, but now I've seen it in rugby.
Former London Bronco Dan Norman, a big figure. Here he is now. Looks a good first impact.
Oh, that was hilarious. He just physically just pushed the person over, saying, "Get out my way."
Saints are looking now to really stamp their mark on this game with more points. Here's Bennison stepping. Bennison!
What a defensive challenge.
Just short of the try line. John Bennison. Here's Wellesby. Now Roby. Roaming Roby. Cyrinet thought about the pass. Newman just managed to deny him. Wellesby. Norman. Lees rides the challenge from Bodine Thompson. And the referee's going to penalise the Leeds man, I think, for...
He must have missed that, didn't he?
Was it a trip?
Yeah, that's what he's penalised him for. He gets out, you can see the step from Lees. He comes inside, he just opens himself up.
Like a Luke Gale trip. Early in the season.
What a silly penalty! What a silly penalty to give away.
Well, it's the step that causes the problem.
He basically felt like he was doing like a slide tackle, just tripping his own up with his foot.
To make himself as big as possible. But
You stupid idiot!
For Bodine Thompson eventually. So that just adds to Leeds' problems. Shake of the head from the season campaigner.
well, Liam Moore saying that this is reckless. He's beaten. He's just trying to make himself as big as possible.
They're not, mate. That's what I'm judged. The penalties might come with short, pal. Time off. I
His
just asked you a question,
99th
Cruz. Let's go, pal.
appearance in the British game tonight, said Bodine Thompson,
Wait there, pal.
including his spell with Toronto. Here is Dan Norman now. And Saints right underneath those posts. Lussick. Here is Lomax. Lomax onto Wellesby. Cyrinet.
Really good defence, isn't it, Bill? They've held them out, even with 12 men in the stretch, but working hard.
Lussick's ball. Here is Lees now. Walmsley's got on the score sheet. His front row partner wants a piece of the action, but he's held there. Go back to the 10 and play the ball. Still tackles to play with here. Lussick. Here is Wellesby. On it goes to Lomax, and Lomax slips the first tackle. Oletsky and Hardacre manage to stop his progress. Lussick over the top it comes to Makinson. Makinson
What a challenge!
couldn't quite make it to the line. On the last now. Wellesby. Pryor comes shooting out the line.
What another challenge! Well done.
Leeds managed to get hold of the ball. It was Oletsky who stretched to claim it.
Well, I thought that was knocked on then by a Leeds Rhinos player. But again, you've got to credit the Rhinos, the scramble defence, the urgency that they showed.
They're all being a bunch of dicks.
The Saints supporters revelling in every tackle there.
They're now.
And they're punishing. Here's David Fusitua.
No, what makes it even weird, I see Ole in football literally for just past the ball. I've never seen one for every challenge. Jeez, they're getting too cocky for their boots.
On their own 40-metre line, and Saints rewarded for their relentless defence.
Well, Saints making them make mistakes. That's the top and bottom of it. But you see play costing turns around. That play wasn't on at all. Well, the scoreboard's against them now. There's a lot of panic in those Leeds Rhinos jersey when you're looking at the clock and there's just under 15 minutes to go. And you're 14 points behind. So you've got to throw caution to the wind.
Here's Matty Lees playing the ball. Lomax now. Lomax on it coming to Wellesby, who glides past the first challenge. Oh, trying to get the ball back in field to Ben Davis.
But what you can say that Leeds have, for the last like 5 minutes, have defended really well. Because you thought they could have conceded a lot earlier, but they went down to 10, went down an extra man.
Here's Matty Lees now. Lees on to Dan Norman. 4 tackles gone. Lomax. Short ball for Lomax.
Oh, try.
Will get the try that surely puts this game beyond the reach of the Rhinos. Joe Batchelor having another cracking season, made his England debut last week. He's on the score sheet.
30 points to 12. That is definitely game over, folks.
And reward for another hard-working effort from this Wakefield-born second rower.
Well, it's good play from Saints. You can see the step from Johnny Lomax just gets Nikolai Lenski interested for Joe Batchelor just to hit the line outside him. Well, the Leeds Rhinos defence isn't helping themselves. You've got players going up, you've got players holding back. When the ball moves away from them, there's some of the players that are switching off maybe. The heat has got to them, the way that Saints are playing, defending.
Wow, that is shite. That is shite defending all that 6s and 7s.
When that's going against them and the onslaught is coming from Saints, well, sometimes the all heads go down.
27 years of age now, Joe Batchelor has had to be patient for the good things in the game. He's enjoying them at the moment with the Saints. He made his professional debut with Coventry in 2016, in actual fact, set him on the roads. Now Makinson. This one a bit more straightforward. And Saints disappearing into the distance now. This time Makinson is on target. And the champions, the Super League leaders, are ahead by 32 points to 12.
Well, this scoreline probably wouldn't come as much as a surprise if you followed the Leeds Rhinos on recent visits to this ground. If you look at the last 4 times they've been here, they've been outscored by 5 points to 1. That's the ratio, that's the difference on the aggregate score. If you look at all of those and add them up over the last 4 visits, and maybe this scoreline here, 20-point gap, might grow significantly in the last 12. But I do think the Leeds side have shown tremendous spirit and defended the line remarkably well, even though they've conceded 32 points.
Great claim from Regan Grace from that restart, climbing above the opposition as they tried the short restart again. Ben Davies doing well to keep that alive, and the worry for Leeds now is that Saints might really cut loose in the closing 11 minutes of this contest. Fatiguing contest it is. Great story.
And you've had two no tries, which could have been a try if it was a lot better.
Who's shown up well as Ben Davis with Lewis Dodd out to the side. Now he's Bodie.
That wasn't a try. That was never a try because even the commentator said the ball was lost. Just that
Dodd is out. Mark Percival, Louis McCarthy, Scarsbrook.
because where his hand is, it's literally on like his arm, but he was not hold of his hand because his hand was inside someone else's. It was like leaning on his hand, on his arm.
Conrad Hurrell looking for his hat trick.
Because even the commentator said they're saying it shouldn't be given because turned out he lost it
Rubs salt in his
somewhere.
former club's wounds. Lomax, Wellesby, the pass
Yeah,
goes astray, and James Roby, the
yeah.
Paul McCartney surely of Super League, still going strong.
That's what. That's.
Roby.
Yeah, and then the other one was then you had Walters who nearly scored in the first half, and then you had no one who nearly scored in the second half, but literally decided I'm going to put the ball down on the goal line, which is the wrong place. If you were injured a bit further back, that would have been a try. So you've been slightly undone with just little inches or just wrongdoing by the ref, which is, like you say, it's nothing new.
That's the fifth tackle.
And it doesn't help, but it's got most of the officials on here don't seem to always don't want Leeds to win, like you said.
Well, they're in survival mode, aren't they, at present? And you're right, Zach Hardaker, he knew exactly what was coming. James Roby, clever, nice weighted kick. Johnny Lomax pushing up outside of Hardaker. It's a big set of six now. Here for Leeds Rhinos.
Austin's going to try another short restart. Doesn't go the distance. And Batchelor indicates the Saints thinking, let's keep the pressure on.
It's a penalty, isn't it, on the 10-metre line? Leeds players need to back up. It's not a play the ball. Learn your rules, get back on your line and get ready to defend, because the pressure's just going to grow here now. The Saints fans at that end of the ground are desperate for another try. And the team on the pitch want to send them home happy.
Lussick just checking with his teammates what the strategy is. Well, let's give it to Dan Norman first up. Richie Myler off the bench making the tackle. Lussick's pass. Here's Lomax. Lomax to Curtis Sirinen. Sirinen. Oledzki with the tackle. Bentley in there as well. Austin comes to support. Now here's Lussick, and Lussick fancies it himself. Joey Lussick. He's over the line. He's driven back though. Just for a moment, Lussick got himself the other side of the whitewash, but couldn't get the ball down. Roby. He's Lomax. Benison. Newman's tackle. Complaints from the Saints players about the tackle on their man. Grace's pass. Here is Lomax. Wellesby. Wormsley. One try to his name already tonight. 10 metres out. Lussick. Saints looking for more. Saints looking for more.
Oh my.
From Dan Norman. Dan Norman's second of the season. And Leeds eventually cracked. Norman embraced by his teammates. And Dan Norman is there to take the pass. And Saints disappearing into the distance now.
Well, that gap had to be big then to get Dan Norman through it. Again, it just looks too easy. Cruz Lehman, well, he just gets beaten on the outside. He wasn't helped by Aidan Cedar, who pushes up. And like I said earlier on, you make the decision for the big man and the ball carrier. Who's going to get the ball? Does it go out the back? Does it need to go out the back? Because there's a gap opened up, but defenders not defending well and working.
Oh, that doesn't make it even. That makes it even worse. If you want anyone that can try and get you up the field, he's one of them with his speed.
He's got two in the cup as well against Catalan and Whitehaven. So fourth in all of the season for Dan Norman, second in
So at least
London Broncos and Widmer's man.
it's the best.
He's got the impression he wasn't quite sure how to celebrate that. He was a bit taken aback by all the
And you happen, if you're against any other team, you would be. Yeah.
Improving his goal kicking stats in this game. 4 from 6 it is now. And the Saints supporters purring, the small contingent of Leeds supporters. And fair play to those.
You're trying.
Because travelling's not.
You're good at doing something, but yeah.
For one reason or another, Makinson misses with that one.
But is there actually a point in the season when you can do that, or is it through the entire season?
Another problem for Leeds, I think. Let's hear from Jenna.
Yeah, Bill, just before Dan Norman touchdown. That man there, Ash Hanley, limped from the pitch.
So it's the first time ever on stream that he's not going to score a try. Our record is now officially broke. And it's took 12 games in. So it's actually not that bad.
Thanks, Jenna. Leeds, in fact, going into this game with one of the strongest lineups they've fielded this season.
Well, you'd have to ask the question, I know we discussed before the match, are they really a top 6 contender here? They've turned up with the strongest squad. They've had time to prepare for this game.
But you also got to think they're only 3 points off of 6th place. So basically, if Castleford lose, then you still in with a chance. So then that defeat doesn't look that bad.
Is that it? Well, I'd say what I would say, Bill, as well, is confidence. You look at the Saints side, they read up. Leeds have got over the line on 2 occasions. They haven't grounded the ball. That's another 12 points, 24 points. Then, but I mean, I would say that they've had a lot of players. Most teams, players missing. Fussy Tours missed 9. Harry Newman 11. Eden
Oh God, it's gonna be weird.
missing 9 games.
Lomax hoists the kicks. It's batted back as Hardacre challenged for it, and Saints have it again, but Benison trying to keep it alive, does so remarkably, and still in Saints' hands, still going backwards, still on the left.
Oh!
Is collected by Martin. Walmsley comes hurtling in, and Walmsley and Martin are having a set too. Ben Lee not far away.
I've seen that
Well, it was the challenge.
in rugby union, but sometimes you can be clever enough to get away with it, but that wasn't clever.
Tetovano and Hurl, they're actually hugging one another again now, and that's where it all started.
I don't know if I think he meant to do it.
He's going off early, isn't he? We talked about Leeds improving the discipline. Was that one of the messages from
Well, he was sent off against Saints last year, was Zane Tetovano, for a late challenge on Teo Farge, and he could be seeing a similar coloured card this evening, Zane Tetovano.
He already knows he's going off because he's just shaking his head because he knows what's coming. Because it'll be, is that what I'll be thinking if I was in his shoes? Be thinking, why the heck did I do that? Why? When there's other ways that he could have gone and tackled that better. So basically, you two, basically, oh my.
And he's given his marching orders against the champions once again.
We've got just under 4 minutes to go, lads. We have that coming together there. We don't need any more. If there's any more, please just sit down. Okay? Hey, no running in.
The look says it all from Zane Tetovano.
Oh!
Feet are off the earth. He's hit him. It doesn't look good. I think he's already had 2 bans this year, and then they're coming together. Alex Walmsley went in to help Conrad Hurrell.
Just wait for me, won't you?
I think we're all lucky, aren't we, all of us, that Conrad Hurrell hasn't got a serious facial injury.
Joey, just wait there, mate. Think about where we're at, lads.
So it's turning out to be an ugly night for the Leeds Rhinos. They've already had Bodine Thompson in the sin bin. He is back on, as you can see out there.
Oh yeah, 'cause it was you that were telling me that Leeds Rhinos are not very good with their discipline.
Leaves the game.
Even commentators said they need to sort it out.
And Saints might be picking
He'll be getting a telling off.
Wellsby, who'll deserve one.
Hold.
Just shy of that Leeds line. He was Lomax. Dan Norman can't keep the ball.
It'll be interesting in next game who will be replacing him. Because it'll be big shoes to fill.
There wasn't a gap in front of him. He was trying to make a gap with a big run. And Walters was alert to that loose ball.
If only, Leeds would be thinking, if only Sam Walters had touched that ball down.
In the first half, and then the start of the second half with the ball.
What doesn't help is you've got Tetovano now basing.
20 points to 12, and we're not
how many games he's off for, and then you've now got Hanley injured, which doesn't help it even worse. Which you could have done without those.
Got to Simbin, Cruz leaving. Gotta go. Oh, how can that not be a Simbin?
Not yet, mate. Not yet, pal.
Oh my God, they're getting even more stupid.
Frustrating period for Leeds Rhinos. You see Alex Walmsley, he wasn't going to tap it anywhere. And James Bailey just comes across little.
It's ridiculous, guys. Ridiculous.
Meanwhile, Saints looking for another try. The referee is going to go to the video ref as we saw the replays of that Bentley incident. Harry Newman cannot believe that decision.
Could you referee to
Newman's going to talk himself
there
into
is an
trouble
on-field
here.
decision on the try. Can I please check all of those angles for the grounding, please? So Warnes is in possession. Still in possession. Went towards the line. Still moving. Just keep it rolling there, please. He's still moving. Still moving.
No try.
And he's up at that point. Can I just see another replay, please, on the first initial when Walmsley has the ball? So does Walmsley get this ball down?
You were right there, saying he's a nutter.
Real slowness, please. Yeah. There. That'll do me, please. Stop it there. Back of frame. There. I've seen all the angles and I've made my decision.
Liam Moore, forensic analysis of that Alex Walmsley effort.
And then, oh my God, no way! How is that a try? Is a disgrace. So basically, most decisions that you think shouldn't be given have been given. So it's basically poor officiating. And it's there. It's where it goes down, but it gets it down at the one angle that they didn't even look at. So the angle, so the angle that we got shown, they didn't see that angle. They showed us the other angles, which showed that it didn't happen.
Their attitude, the body language, lots of that now looks like a concern that Rowan Smith's really got to get his head around very quickly. He's got enough experience in coaching.
Feel sorry for these players. They're going to get an absolute hounding from the coach, and deservedly so.
Contented St Helens coach Christian Wolf down on the sidelines. 42-12 the scoreline. Leeds try the short restart, doesn't go 10, and the night is coming to an ugly end. Tetivano sent off, and Saints running up.
It's not good for any team.
And it's 11 wins in a row against Leeds now for the Saints. Relieved to hear that hooter in the
Full time. St Helens 42, Leeds 12. Like, subscribe with the notification, get a post. And I'm going to try and get some content out for you guys tomorrow. Due to the fact it's going to be about a week before another stream happens, so I thought I'll bring 2 out in one. And this one's going to be even more stressful because I'm going to be doing Sheffield Eagles versus Lee, which we are going to get absolutely battered, but we'll try our best, and if we lose, we lose, we lose. Like, subscribe to the notification, but it's a call, and peace.